Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing the Hyatt Place Waikiki Beach over here in Honolulu, Hawaii. It's a Category 4 property within the World of Hyatt, so it's a great use for people that have those Category 1 through 4 certificates. Let's see how the stay went. It didn't start amazing with the parking situation here, so let's get going. We have a rental car this vacation, which we don't normally do, but it does make sense in Hawaii. And the nice thing with using points or certificate with Globalist with World of Hyatt is that on those stays you get free parking. And here it's $35 a night, Waikiki being a pretty packed environment, so parking is pretty expensive. And a Hyatt Place parking at $35 is pretty expensive. So great to save a night of parking costs there, though when we arrived it was quite busy. Initially I was told that the parking was sold out and that they'd arranged some parking for others at some sister properties. But luckily, the check-in agent said that because I was globalist, they actually had pre-reserved me a space, which is really awesome. So kudos to the hotel. One of the check-in agents was also super nice to my son, giving him some Easter candy. It's Easter here, and a bunch of waters, just like really making us feel welcome. So the staff here have been amazing. I just think that the physical property itself, not much they can really do about it. It's just very cramped at the valet area, kind of a mess there. And then also the noise outside in my room. I got a really nice room, corner view. It doesn't have a full view of the ocean. You have to go around the balcony. It's one of those corner balconies and you can see the ocean there. So great there, but it is so loud. It is one of the loudest rooms I've ever had. So for that reason, I can't really recommend this hotel because I'm pretty noise sensitive, and this was like basically living on the highway. I mean, I could hear every speaker, I could hear every bump in the road pretty much the entire night. So I turned on the fan on the AC, try and drown out some things with white noise, and was able to do that. So overall, it is a use for a Category 1 through 4 certificate here in Hawaii. If you're trying to get Hawaii and you have a couple of those certificates available, it's about a block and a half from the beach, so a good location for sure. Just a very interesting environment here with the road noise, and I don't think that there's really much they can do about it besides redesigning these windows. So I just showed you the balcony view, but let's check out the rest of the room. So this is a corner room. This was technically an upgrade, so nice of Hyatt to do that for me as a globalist. As you walk into the right, you have your sink and vanity, so a nice oversized vanity. Plenty of room for all of your stuff to the right of the sink there. And then you walk in and it's a separate room for the toilet and the shower with a shower and tub combo. Pretty much every Hyatt Place that I've been in, at least from some of these older designs, has that shower tub combo going on for it. So great for families if you need a bathtub for bath time for your kid and you're traveling to Hawaii. Very helpful there. Then the rest of the room is kind of like a junior suite. It's very large for a Hyatt Place room. Most Hyatt Places I feel like are pretty formulaic, but this one definitely had a different design to it. It's definitely one of the older properties because they didn't design this from the ground up, I don't believe. So they had to kind of make rooms fit where the property already existed. So this is why there's like a bigger corner view room instead of like the standard Hyatt Place room. So you do have like a little nook over there with a separate TV. So really nice to have that there. And yeah, it's a nice and comfortable room. Just that noise is from the street at night was just really rough. There is a resort fee here on property that I didn't have to pay as a globalist, but it does include a $5 credit for the bar downstairs. So it made this $12 beer a $7 beer, which is not really all that great, but they did give me a nice welcome letter. You do have a pool towel card to use for like any beach towels or pool towels. And downstairs they did hook us up with a ton of water bottles, like going definitely above and beyond. Nice little welcome package here. So I really do think that the staff here were awesome in trying to go above and beyond. It's just unfortunate that the noise was just so bad. So now let's take a tour downstairs and then check out how the breakfast looked in the morning. So walking up, it's an open air lobby like a lot of lobbies in Hawaii. Really nice for a Hyatt Place for sure. It got pretty busy at times, as I mentioned, with the valet. That was definitely the most stressful part of this hotel, but this lobby with all the tours and stuff going on, there's always a lot of people around here. There's a Domino's connected to the property, which I thought was pretty funny. But this is the check-in area, so this is the front desk for you. And then there's two separate towers here at the Hyatt Place, and you do have to choose the correct elevator. They connect, I think, on floor 2, but I made the mistake of getting on the wrong elevator when I checked in and had to come all the way down. And the elevators were not all that fast. They definitely got backed up at certain times. Big groups here for sure. But lots of space to hang out here and meet your group or just play cards. You know, you're here on vacation in Hawaii. This is a business traveler hotel too, being in the middle of Waikiki, so I imagine there are a lot of workstations here as well, plugs and things like that for laptops, and then you do have some computers that you can borrow and use there. I like this area too. They have a microwave for you, so you can take care of any reheating of food that you might have, and it was a small little breakfast area here too. If you didn't want to enjoy breakfast upstairs and all the chaos, they had, you know, just a few items here, but I thought that was really smart of the hotel and really nice. Moving towards my tower's elevators, there's 2 shops in the back here, mostly just like souvenir shops, and then some tour desks and kind of rental car places for people that maybe need to make a last minute booking here, and then a nice water refill station right next to the elevators there. It's across the street from the Marriott Waikiki. I haven't had a chance to stay there quite yet, but it is pretty cool that it's just right there. And downstairs on floor 5 is going to be the breakfast. So it's going to be located poolside outdoors, which is really nice. I like that the property has just a nice outdoor vibe. But this was a very chaotic experience. Just a lot of people rushing all over the place, getting their breakfast done. I was able to find a seat, but I think people that were arriving a little bit later had to wait around a little bit and make it happen. But very standard Hyatt Place breakfast, though, with Hawaii having so many tourists from Japan and Korea and even China now. They do have a station with more of their style of breakfast foods. You have like a rice maker and you have miso soup and kimchi. So kind of fun. I always like to try that. And there's free coffee as well. But a nice little seating area for breakfast. Again, it's located next to the pool, which was closed for my visit. They didn't say how long that was quite open. But, you know, overall, not the most special of breakfast by any means, but definitely completely edible, and always appreciated that it's included in that rate because food can get quite expensive in Hawaii. Around here, too, is the gym, and it's not a very big gym, just a small little room here for working out, but does have that available, which is really nice. And if you head downstairs after breakfast, maybe you're here looking at this video for a corporate event in town and you're looking for something that's maybe a little bit more budgety. The second floor is going to have a lot of meeting rooms and a lot of meeting facilities, big groups, sports teams, a lot of kids sports groups were here during my visit, so this might be pretty useful for organizing everyone. So that is available here and really nice. It's a surprisingly large property when you start actually walking through it and exploring it like I always do with all of these videos. If you like this type of content, if you're someone who just loves watching hotel videos, traveling the world, making this type of content, feel free to subscribe to the channel or at least like this video. It really helps me out. So if you turn left out of the hotel, you're going to head straight to the beach. It's about a block and a half away. You just have to cross the busy avenue here, and then you'll be located pretty close to the main stretch of Waikiki, at least on this side. A number of different sections that you can choose at Waikiki, but they have a nice little protected pool here for the little kids. That I think it's like an old like swimming area from way back when. I'm not quite sure on that, but really great views of the rest of the hotels in Waikiki here. And overall, that's the Hyatt Place on Waikiki. Thanks a lot for watching, and we will see you on the next video.